And then we roll over to the JLE where we get a giant lineup.
There's a huge lineup. Speaking of huge lineups, we have Elongated Man.
What's
Ralph
his power?
Dibney, he's elongated. Here we go again. It is time for Comic Books and Cold Ones. We are the beer podcast with a comic book problem. If you enjoy drinking everything in the beer family and reading all things comic books, you should listen to this podcast. This is KMac, and I am joined, of course, as always, by my best podcast buddy. Sometimes he goes by Metamorpho. Sometimes he goes by Yekgra. I like to call him Wonder Yek. It's Wonder Yek.
You
How you
missed
doing?
out on Rocket Yeked.
I did. That one didn't roll off the tongue quite.
I
like
know. You gotta.
wanted it to.
It's a deep dive.
Or Power Yek.
Power Wonder KMac. Kamigra. Kamockingbird. That's
There
what
we
I'm
go.
saying.
That's the one.
Kamockingbird.
Mockingbird.
How are you today?
I am very well, very well. I'm looking forward to this show. This is going to be a lot of fun, and feels like it's been so long since we've done a show.
Well, we get caught up in the early warm springs with everything going on, and so we can't get behind the microphones. And we were just so blown away by Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness that we were also lost in our multiverses and finally got back around to recording an episode here.
Yeah, and it also took me about 4 weeks to watch The Batman. And that's part of the reason we didn't make it back in time. Literally, well, it took me probably the better part of 5 days to watch that in dribs and drabs.
So it was a work week long event.
It was. I should have gotten paid.
So it's like a TV movie back in the day where you had to tune in for an hour a day to watch part of it, like Camelot, the TV movie of the week, or when they're going to do Lonesome Dove, the TV movie of the week.
Yeah, exactly. Something like that.
But for KMac, it was Batman.
Yeah. I give it like a half out of 10, like 5 out of 10.
Yeah. Well, speaking of alternate takes, that's what we're going to be doing today with our second time doing this version of this themed podcast where we're doing Who Wore It Better and who's up this time to compete in the competition across universes and Marvel and DC for Who Wore It Better this time, KMac.
Well, and our last episode was Deathstroke the Terminator versus the Taskmaster. We're going to take it slightly different today on this episode. We're doing the West Coast Avengers, Marvel Comics West Coast Avengers versus DC Comics, maybe a little bit lesser known, Justice League Europe. Heck yeah.
Yeah, KMac is not for an easy podcast and show. He chooses the difficult things to compare, so we had to actually study more, come up with new categories and new ways to drink things. But if you're excited as we are, you can always hit us up on our socials. So you can email us at cbcopodcast@gmail.com, hit up us at Twitter at cbco_podcast, or put us a picture on the Instagrams at comicbooks_cold ones. Rate us 5 on all your podcast downloading networks, wherever you get this podcast at. And what's our shout out for the day, KMac?
Our shout out is to our awesome listener out of the great city of Baltimore, Maryland.
Be more in the house.
Hell yeah. Watch
30
those
minutes
Orioles.
north.
Orioles lose.
Dude, that's just cruel, man.
Well, but that's true. That's true. They should know it by now.
That's a lovely ballpark.
Oh, I've heard it's a great ballpark.
And you can see the sights and sounds of the wire.
Yeah, that's about all, right? There's nothing else to watch when you're there.
Or dodge the sights and sounds of the wire is more accurate.
Yeah, that's true.
Baltimore is a fun place to go visit. Great crab cakes. All the Edgar Allan Poe stuff you want in your face anytime you want. And decent food and a really good brewery scene, as we've seen on here, where I've drinking a number of beers from the Baltimore region and the Baltimore area. So
yeah, for sure. I've driven past it, but never actually stopped on my way to New York. Looks very nice out the window.
Look, kids, Baltimore, Maryland.
Bye, Baltimore. And we're gone. So as we usually do with these kinds of shows, we have themed beers. Did you bring a beer today, Yek?
Yes, we have. As always with this one, since we are comparing two things that are alike but different because they're across the universe, is the copycat. We determined who's the copycat and who's not the copycat in various categories, and then rate them overall. So we have in this, of course, episode beer and not beer.
I
And
just
what
learned
is
this 5
not
minutes
beer?
ago.
What does not beer mean, KMac?
Not beer means something that's not beer, but still has an alcohol content.
That is also not being hard liquor, being another primarily water-based
Beverage. Yeah,
beverage.
water-based
Yeah,
beverage.
yeah,
Yeah.
alcoholic
So
beverage. Yeah, yeah.
I'm learning this along with the listener. So last time I had a Coors Light, which I think qualifies under that not beer water-based beverage.
I don't know. I love Coors Light. So.
It's the right beer now.
Once the mountains go blue, motherfucker, I'm right there.
Yeah, I thought it would be a good, the silver bullet. There's a character in one of the teams that's just like a silver bullet. However, that's not the beer I was going to drink today anyway.
I'm trying to think if it was the silver bullet, and I won't get to it later, I guess.
Only one silver character.
Yeah, well, I don't know of any silver characters. I do know of one fast character. That's the only one I can think of. But, well, I will kick it off.
You didn't do your reading.
So I will do, with my beer, I am doing a little thing called the New,
Ooh.
which is apropos for this because these are the new teams of the new from the original teams that they represent in the Marvel DC universes. And this is an India Pale Ale from Solace Brewing Company out of Sterling, Virginia. It is an India Pale Ale coming at 6.2% alcohol, brewed with those West Coast Pacific Sunrise hops.
Oh, nice.
And bringing that Captain Atom Comet hops.
Oh, nice.
On the other end. So we're joining all the worlds here with this one.
That's a really good choice. I was trying to find something with West in the title or with some kind of hops, but I didn't want to have another IPA today, so I didn't go that way. Are you going to reveal your not beer as well?
I think we should do the not beer second. So
okay. So my beer for today's show is called Nothing Lasts Forever, because while these teams came out as offshoots of their main teams, their series didn't go on. I mean, they went on for a few years, but then they stopped. So
ultimately are going to end because you can't keep up the fandom enough to buy the alternate versions, right?
Right, exactly. So it's called Nothing Lasts Forever. Has a cool can with some heads and some skeletons. Turns out I didn't know where this was brewed until after I bought it. I knew it was brewed in Florida, but it is brewed at a local.
You can't read labels.
I can't read. No, actually, I can't see anything on the label. My eyesight is too shitty for that. So I have the website up, which modern technology is amazing. It's called the Dinby Brewing Company. It's in Palm Harbor, Florida, which is like 20 minutes down the road for me. I did not realize that. It's probably on the Pub Pass I have too. I have to check that out.
Well, hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah. Hell yeah. This is a Berliner Weiss Sour.
Ooh.
It is, the description says kettle soured Berliner Weiss with blackberry, lemon, and vanilla. I like blackberries, lemons, and vanillas. So is it going to be good? Vanilla, it has a capital V, by the way.
You're going to have to choose who among these teams is the blackberry and who is the vanilla. That's your challenge for this
Challenge
episode.
Accepted. It has 4.1 ABV, 5 IBUs, and like I said, out of Palm Harbor, Florida. I'm looking forward to checking this place out because, like I said, it's not far away from me. And it has another beer called Cool Kids Club, which also would have been apropos for this episode, but I didn't want an IPA. So there.
Indeed. And what's your not beer?
Oh, so my not beer is something that's been in my beer fridge for like 2 years now. It's the very last one. I need to get rid of it. It is a Bud Light Lemon Lime Seltzer.
Oh, the quality of seltzer.
Yes, it is the Cadillac of seltzers, or something. I have no idea.
What's the ABV on that bad boy?
Oh shit, I don't know. 5%. It's more than my beer.
Yeah, they come in pretty strong because they got to make you drink them. Now,
Hundo calories, 100 calories.
Now, also part of the show is we remember how that ended up in our fridge. How did that end up in your fridge?
Well, it ended up in my fridge because my sister had a good sale on them one day, and she brought over 2 cases of them. And she said she bought 2 for her house too.
What is a good sell on Bud Light lemon lime seltzer that makes you buy 4 cases worth of Bud Light? I mean,
yeah, I know, right?
Free, maybe free.
Yeah. I think that's what it was. I think she had a coupon where she got like 80% of the money back.
Okay.
Or something.
So it's basically Anheuser-Busch laundering money via seltzer.
Exactly. Shout out to my sister Trisha. Thanks, Trish.
Because I'm thinking the only time to buy Bud Light lemon lime seltzer is if it's the only water available and I need to water the lawn.
Right.
And make it citrusy. I want a citrusy lawn.
I mean, it's perfect for the lemon lime trees. I should go put that in my lemon lime tree, actually.
Extra flavor.
It's dying anyway.
You're feeding it directly to it. It's kind of a cannibalistic action, but yeah. You're making a
That's
cannibal
true.
tree.
It's a cannibal tree.
And speaking of cannibal plants, I will announce my not beer. And that is a little something called Strange Beast Hard Kombucha.
Oh, hard kombucha.
Ginger lemon hibiscus hard kombucha. This bad boy is let me see where it's actually made. God, I can't find on here on this label where this thing was actually made. It's got to be local here. It's got to be awful though. Oh no! Certified organic by. Okay, so this is by Sierra Nevada. Actually, a proper brewing company makes this crap.
Oh wow!
Chico, California, and it's certified organic by Oregon Tilth. So it's not only is it alcoholic, not beer, it's certified organic, coming in with ginger lemon hibiscus. What do you think the ABV on this bad boy is?
7%.
That's right, to get people to drink it.
Wow, nice.
You've got to amp up the alcohol to keep people doing this.
My gauntlet skills have vastly improved.
I know. Perch atop a spine of spice, the citrus jaws they chatter, and pretty blooms. Don't be fooled. It might be you thereafter, because on the cover it has a Venus flytrap, Little Shop of Horrors plant, with a lemon head.
Oh, neat.
With finest teas, we always start live cultures, hungry yeast from the fermentation frenzy. We meet a new strange beast. So I guess the SCOBY they use is a strange beast in this one. And the little story of how this ended up at my house is when one of the neighbors had a big party in our backyard, somebody who wanted to be alternative brought like a 12-pack of this crap.
Wow.
And I was able to get rid of it in another neighbor's party when they were having it by walking it over the fence and dropping it in their cooler. And somebody was excited to drink it because they were. Somebody was actually excited to drink it because they were celiac, so they couldn't drink beer. So they're like, oh, a great beer alternative that's not seltzer. And I was like, yeah,
I brought it for you.
But somehow this has ended up still in my party pack. I wasn't able to get rid of all of them.
Wow. Well, how many do you have left? Is that the only one?
This is the only one I could find because I was digging out for another party this week and I was dumping things in the cooler and I was like, holy crap. And I knew we were doing this episode. I was like, well,
perfect.
Bite the bullet and actually try this crap. Strange beast. So with that spoken is, man, this thing comes out at 190 calories in a 12-ounce can too.
Goodness gracious. All right. So we'll open up the good ones, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Yours comes in IPA hazy.
Yep. As traditionally, and you can smell them West Coast Pacific Sunrise hops. West Side in the house.
Nice.
And I will crack open this strange beast and just smell it. I didn't buy a glass to drink it out of because I didn't want to see what it actually looked like.
Yeah, and Bud Light Seltzer doesn't deserve a glass.
So. You can smell the hibiscus more than the lemon and the ginger. You can smell a little bit of ginger. Oh, man. Oh, this is going to be foul. I blame you for this.
You don't like hibiscus?
No, not really.
I think hibiscus is good in some beer, but I don't know. I've never
That's
had it
because you're
in
in
kombucha.
Florida. That's
Well, you're not wrong. You're not
they've
wrong.
indoctrinated you in jamming tropical things in your beers.
I put hibiscus in my coffee. All right. Cheers.
Where else do you put hibiscus?
That's for another podcast.
Where does your wife put the hibiscus? That's what I want.
Interesting. So I can taste the vanilla. I can taste the lemon, and then you can taste the blackberry on the back end, I think. Nice.
So I guess it tastes like a traditional West Coast IPA, but it's a little more hazy. So I guess that's the new part about it. That maybe it's a split up of a West Coast IPA, like an New England style IPA.
Or that's like the part that's from Paris.
France. I'm gonna take a sip of this strange beast now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you are? Oh. All right.
Oh, that's foul.
Lime's away.
Oh, just ginger water. You can't even taste like the kombucha tea.
Good thing that my beer really overpowers the seltzer, the flavor wise.
I would hope so, being that it's Bud Light seltzer.
Yeah, that's thank God. But and just to backtrack a little bit, so the greatest thing happened when we did our last Who Wore It Better podcast. Is that was the first time I really liked an IPA. So out there, if you don't like a beer, right, whether it's IPA or whatever, what you do is you open up an IPA in one hand and you put a Coors Light in the other hand. And then you drink the IPA and you're like, I'm not sure if I really like this. Then you drink the Coors Light and you're like, holy shit, this is terrible. Then you drink the IPA and you're like, I really like IPAs. And that's how it worked for me. And since then, I've had a ton of IPAs on this show.
You have turned the corner on this.
I have. And the one I drank in that episode was called Loose Boots, I think.
Yes. From the mountains to match the pirate boots.
Yep.
And much like KMac turned a corner, so did Marvel and DC in the 1980s when they decided to do alternate versions of their two main super teams. The first starting with the Avengers West Coast miniseries from September 84 to December 84, 4-issue run, written by Roger Stern and Bob Hall, and then back ended off of with an ongoing series, Avengers West Coast, starting in October 85, headlined by the great Steve Englehart and Al Milgrom.
Yeah. They got some real heavy hitters on these books.
Yeah. And what happened over the DC a few years later at the end of the tail end of the 80s there?
Yeah. Well, DC said, oh my goodness, West Coast Avengers has been running for like 4 years now. We should probably do something like that too. So they decided they couldn't do Justice League California. So they decided to do Justice League Europe. And they had it written by J.M. Is it DeMatteis or DeMatteis?
I want to say DeMatteis.
Okay, that's how I say it too.
But it may be DeMatteis.
He's written a lot of good things, and he was writing Justice League Europe with Keith Giffen, and they had Bart Sears on art. And I think the writing and the art is pretty good on this book.
The great Bart Sears, who was the house style, I think I consider for
DC.
For DC for a while, then his style was,
Yeah, it does seem like a pretty regular, nothing too like out of the ordinary.
Yeah. I think he did Turok 2 or an Exo Man of War, didn't he, for a little while?
Turok the Dinosaur Hunter?
Yeah, in the Valiant.
Sweet.
Ones. I think I have a Bart Sears autograph on like a Valiant.
Sweet.
So that's the lineups for these books. And now it's the grudge match to see who wore it better, because we are style aficionados of nothing.
That is correct. Do you see what I'm wearing today?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
It is fancy.
Perfect for podcasting.
Yes. So we have developed different categories, and since we are doing a multiple team event here, it's a little more difficult to do, unlike the one-on-ones if you were doing, say, Aquaman versus Namor, right? So
or Moon Knight Batman, or
so this one, because KMac wanted a deep dive, we had to come up with little things different. So our categories are going to be the initial run, so basically the first arcs for both teams, the first 4 miniseries in Avengers, West Coast Avengers, and then the first couple issues of Avengers West Coast, and the first 3 or 4 issues, 5 issues, so of Justice League Europe, we will have a showdown between the leader of the original lineups, their base, fave married couple, that man on their back who's noodling them to do stuff, ladies man of the groups. And we'll intermerge this out with also talk about the costumes on who wore better the costumes and back that up a little villains talk. But those are the main categories: are leader, lineup, base, married couple, the man on their back, and costumes.
This sounds so exciting. I can't wait. I can't wait. All right. So we're going to start it off with the leaders of the respective groups. Now, everyone knows that this time, early 80s, there were a couple of characters in Marvel Comics that they were trying to push into their own solo series and make popular. One of those characters was Hawkeye. Now, if you don't know who Hawkeye is, you should pause this episode now and go download our 12 Days of Hawkeye Miss episodes, which will tell you everything you ever needed to know about Hawkeye. Correct?
Correct. Or just watch the Marvel movies and MCU in the MCU series. Hawkeye. So we're talking about Hawkeye. Clint Barton superpowers is he shoots sticks really well.
Shoots sticks very well. Very well. Tries to be a team leader.
Yeah. And so he's finally got his comeuppance, or his comeuppance, his training up that Vision sends him out west to establish a second branch of the Avengers. He'd always been angling to be the head honcho from Captain America, and he finally gets his go. Finally learned enough stuff to run the show,
right?
Per se.
And there are many scenes in these books where Hawkeye flashes back in his own memory when he was kind of being a dick to Captain America, telling Cap that he could lead the Avengers just as easily. And it was nice to see Hawkeye learning, saying, "Oh wow, this is a little bit harder than I thought. What should I have done differently, and how can I be a good leader when some of these members have the same attitude that I had when I was just a new Avenger." So it was nice to see some growth in the character there too.
But he's still an ass.
Oh, he is. He is. He's still a hothead.
Yeah. And to balance it out on the Justice League Europe side, we have a character brought in the 80s to DC Comics when they bought out the Charlton Comics line. One Captain Adams, Nathaniel Christopher Adam, who was part of all the
last name matches.
Yeah. Part of the Crisis on Infinite Earth, where they mashed everything together finally and joined the Charlton universe with the regular DC universe. And this is coming off his supposed, I have not read Invasion ever, but supposedly he saves the Earth from everything on his part.
Some kind of alien invasion.
Yes.
And
we are going to eventually read that, but we have not read that yet.
Yeah, we'll get there. That sounds interesting, or it just might be terrible. But it also, they were pushing him really hard too. Did you just drink your bad drink again? We don't have to yet.
I had to try it.
You don't have to, man.
Foul. So what are Captain Adam's powers?
Yeah, well, and DC was really pushing Captain Adam at this time too, because he had his own series that they keep referring to in the little editor's notes. Captain Adam's powers, as far as I can tell, is he can definitely fly. His eyes burn fire, and he can shoot things out of his hands, but he doesn't really do anything else in these books.
Basically, I read up on him. He can do everything.
He's like Dr. Manhattan, right?
Well, yeah. So yeah, they stole Captain Adam was the prototype for Dr. Manhattan in the Watchmen run when Alan Moore couldn't get the Charlatan characters to write his story.
But he doesn't really do everything. In this book, you never get to see him do whatever he wants. He's just shooting and whining.
Yeah, all he does is he is an ass hothead also.
Right.
Thinking he deserves to leave. And what is his military rank?
I think he's a captain.
It works so conveniently for him.
I know. And what is his last name?
Adam.
There we go. Perfect. He was born into this role.
So he's already Captain Adam.
Yeah.
And then he got transmorphed into Captain Adam. They should have done the alternate spelling for Captain, though, instead of just the regular Captain.
Yeah.
Because they have the different Adam spellings for Adam and Adam. They should have done the alternate spelling for Captain.
Or call him like Capitan.
Yeah, that's what with the E at the end.
He is in France.
That's oui oui.
Le Capitan.
Les Capillons Adam.
All right. So we're going to vote on these leaders, right?
Yes. One gets a drink of the good beer, one gets a drink of the bad beer.
Well, I'll go first then. So considering I don't know very much about Captain Adam, although apparently like I knew his real name and didn't realize it. And he doesn't really see in these books, he's really just constantly talking about how he's not sure he can lead this team and he's not sure why they picked him to lead the team. And doesn't use any of his powers. Hawkeye seems to take to leadership much better. He's Hawkeye. He got a wife now.
Yeah, they both have the same shtick with. I don't want the other team invading my space though.
Right, they do have that. Hawkeye, I think, is a little like he's still like he still has some nerves and he's slightly unsure, but he's not as unsure as Captain Adam. I'm going to go with Hawkeye as my vote for better leader.
Okay,
and a drink of the good beer.
I will say he's the better strategic person. Yeah, I'm gonna go along with you on this.
And also, Captain Adam doesn't send them off. Doesn't really go off on any missions with them, even though he can do everything.
And just like erases and saves the day twice. I think I remember right.
Yeah, but not even. Not even. Yeah. So and he doesn't. Yeah, Hawkeye's definitely better strategic. He goes out in the missions with them.
So he takes down Graviton in their first miniseries, Hawkeye, with his strategery.
Yes, with his gas bow.
Yeah,
gas
and
arrow.
He's thought out the plan to how to take him down. Whereas
that's true.
Captain Adam also does that with Queen Bee by sending the people in, but
he doesn't participate.
We're gonna go Hawkeye. So Captain Adam, you get a sip of the bad stuff. Oh God, that's foul.
This isn't as bad as a Coors Light, though.
Really?
Yeah. I don't mind it as much as the Coors. Well, I mean, it might have just been the dichotomy of the Coors Light and the IPA.
Remind me never to vouch you to Colorado, man. Hang out, man. Drinking some Coors Light. You know,
Coors Light. Yeah.
Remind me never to run blocker for you when you're driving your truckload of Coors Light east of the Mississippi.
Better, yeah. You got to be careful.
I'm not going to get you out of Jackie Gleason's range. Okay.
What movie is that? Is that The Hustler? Is that what you're talking about?
No, God damn it.
You're talking about Smokey and the Bandit.
Yes.
Yeah. I gotcha.
Don't you know fine cinema?
I do. Just not as fast on it all the time.
If I ever say the words drive-in blocker, you should immediately know what movie I'm talking about.
It's been so long since I've seen those movies. See, so the difference between Yek and I is Yek can watch lots of movies. I have to help kids with homework.
Well, if you get somebody to drive blocker for you, you wouldn't have to do that.
That's true. Very true. Very, very true.
That's the whole point of hiring a blocker.
That is true. I get you. I follow you.
And that's the teamwork we're talking about. So that's going to be leading into our next category of lineup. Who's running a blocker for Hawkeye and Captain Adam when they're driving the Coors Light east of the Mississippi?
All right. So for the West Coast Avengers, we have Mockingbird, who is now known as Bobby Barton because she is married to Clint Barton, Hawkeye. And her power is she's a SHIELD trainee. She hits people with her sticks, and SHIELD trained her as an energy doctor, or so she said in one of the issues. So she is also a doctor of energy. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Well, she hits people with sticks, and her husband shoots sticks. So
yeah,
they're a couple made in heaven.
Yeah, we have Tigra, who
is it Tigra or Tigra?
Well, is it a tiger or a tiger?
Potato, tomato, tomato.
Let's call the whole thing off.
Yeah. Well, I was waiting for you to come in with that.
I know. I didn't know if you wanted me to or not. I'm bad with the prompts tonight. I'm enjoying my beer too much. Smokey and the Bandit. So she's Greer Nelson, and she is now Cat Lady. That's about it.
She saved the cat people.
And became a cat lady.
What I do love her original story, because she was, a superhero called the Cat,
Mm-hmm.
and they used that character to resurrect Betsy. What's her name? Betsy.
Hellcat.
Yeah. She became Hellcat, but Betsy
Yeah.
Walker.
Yeah, Patsy Walker.
Patsy Walker. Yeah, Patsy Walker,
Yeah.
who was a teen Marvel magazine comic.
That's
they
right.
turned into a superhero, which I think is awesome.
Yeah, they did her character pretty well on Jessica Jones as well.
But she marries no son of Satan in Jessica Jones, which is disappointing.
Yeah, I mean, she just couldn't live up to those expectations. That's right, she married son of Satan. That's crazy.
And then our next member of the West Coast Avengers is one of my favorite characters, near and to my heart, because I loved his miniseries or his ongoing series in the 90s. And I may one of the few people sponsoring it. And that's Wonderman, Simon Williams, the Ionic Man with no eyes. And in this series, he has some sweet jorts.
He sure
does.
And in the limited series, he wears his. We'll talk about this in costumes, but his half red trench coat costume, which is the best Wonder Man costume.
It's a turtleneck with a adventurer's expedition jacket.
Yeah.
I want to say it's an expedition jacket, and then black pants.
Yeah, it's well done. Well done.
It's a stylish West Coast stuntman look.
It is. It's very good looking. And we have Iron Man on the team as well. In the limited series, it's Rhodey wearing the Iron Man armor because Tony Stark is out of action for a little while. And then by the time we get to the regular Avengers or West Coast Avengers series, Tony Stark is back in the silver and red armor. And Iron Man does whatever an iron can.
That's his exact powers.
Yeah. Quote the She-Hulk.
Yeah. So in Silver and Red, when that came out, how blown were you away as a kid?
Oh, as a kid, I loved it. It was the best. It was so awesome. And then I'm reading it like these last couple of days, thinking that is the shittiest looking armor I've ever seen.
I still love it. I still want to bring it back. What model number is that?
I don't know. Is it like, do they do the marks then, or do they call it Mark 4?
This one just said model, but I think it still goes on. You can say Mark, but it's model.
Model 6. Model 6.
You are -2 away.
Oh, really?
It is the Iron Man Model 8 number.
8.
Armor.
Wow, interesting.
And I still think it looks classic and amazing when it came out. I still want to.
Oh yeah, I loved it as a kid. I loved it. But then when I saw because I read the ongoing series first before I went back and read the limited series again, and when I saw Rhodes in the yellow and red Iron Man, or the gold and red Iron Man armor, I was like, wow, that's good looking armor. It's a good looking man and good looking armor.
And so the ongoing gag for a number of the issues in West Coast Avengers is they have 6 spots on the team as per Avengers rules, but they never can quite fill that 6th spot. And I assumed it was originally they were just going to do rotating in and out. That was kind of their gag. And I should have brought that up also. That should have been categories because the JLE also has a gag going on with their membership. But they try to recruit in the miniseries the Shroud, Maximilian Quincy Coolidge.
I'd never heard of him before reading that series.
You hadn't?
No.
So he is the person that runs the graveyard shift eventually, and he's a superhero that poses as a villain gangster to infiltrate the underworld. And he first makes his appearance, I believe, in Marvel Villains Team Up.
Oh.
Back in the 70s with Neymar and Dr. Doom. And his powers are, do you believe in a thing called love?
Oh, yeah.
And that would be...
That's right, he looks like that.
and what would those powers be, Kevin, if I sing KMac, if I sing that song to you?
Well, his powers are making things dark.
Yes, darkness.
The darkness.
He's the darkness. As far as I can tell, he walks in and out of shadows. He controls the Dark Force universe like Cloak or any of those other characters.
And Dark Matter
people, yeah. And he's also blind. Then they don't allude to that in this one. So
yeah, and they mention that, and they mention that he has like other. I think he mentions he has other heightened senses.
Yes, and he can perceive things thanks to the darkness. But they do go around and around, and eventually, I think it's like in issue number 9, they do finally settle on a 6-member, and we're just gonna throw him out there. And who's that?
Does he actually? Does the Thing actually join?
He actually joins. I believe it's in issue number 9.
Okay, because yeah,
They
in
go
like
around with like Firebird and a few other people being rotated in and out.
I think issue 4, he comes in for the first time, and he's, they're teasing whether or not he's going to be a member. And the Thing is, as I referred to Hawkeye before, is one of those characters Marvel was trying to push. The Thing was a character they were really trying to push in the early '80s. He was like one of the most popular Marvel characters, and he got his own solo series.
Yeah, headliner of Marvel Team Up.
Yes, he was.
He and Spider-Man occasionally. Yeah, they eventually rolled it over to the Thing. Originally, it was Spider-Man, then they rolled it over to the Thing.
And I don't think the Thing lasted very long either once he joined. I think he lasted, a handful of issues, and then they got Moon Knight eventually to join.
Who is the white version of the Shroud, as far as
That's true. And so that's the West Coast Avengers lineup, at least initially.
I'm going to write a Shroud white Moon Knight team up.
Ooh.
Or we could just do a who wore it better. Black white edition. Yeah. It's black, it's white. That's.
Yeah.
You get me singing all the songs today.
We are.
So that's the lineup. And then we roll over to the JLE where we get a giant lineup.
There's a huge lineup. Speaking of huge lineups, we have Elongated Man.
What's
Ralph
his power?
Dibny, he's elongated.
So does have a name, man.
And he and his wife have innuendoed banter back and forth the whole time.
He brings in his wife, Sue Dinby, as always, to be on the team to eventually be like communication support and stuff like that, or something random like that.
Yeah, kind of like the Madeline Pryor of the Australian X-Men.
Yeah, she's the IT, as far as I can tell.
Yeah. And we have Animal Man, whose real name is Bernard, aka Bucky Baker, who can mimic the power of animals. And I don't know a lot about Animal Man, except that Grant Morrison apparently wrote a great Animal Man book for a while.
Yeah, I've never read the late 80s, early 90s Animal Man, where it breaks the fourth wall.
I haven't either.
The great runs, yeah.
That might be a good masterpiece show.
It's a long run, but yeah, he eventually realizes.
This is before that?
I think it comes. Is it? I maybe co-tournament this, I believe, or before.
Okay.
Or after. I can't think of which. I have got to look on that. I just remember it coming out and people raving about it because it was Grant Morrison's like big breakthrough thing.
Yeah. So who's the next character?
Oh, everybody's favorite, Power Girl, Kara Zor-El, the Kryptonian. Basically, Superman's a male version of her.
No, you're right. Female version of her.
Yeah.
She's the Supergirl from Earth 2, essentially, is what they revealed later on.
Yeah. And so, but she's all collapsing now that this is post-crisis. And so, she has all the powers of Superman, and she also causes fanboys to have cosplay boners.
Correct.
That's as far as I can go. Her most powerful.
That is her most powerful power. And then we have Rocket Red, who is Dmitrievich, Pushkin.
So let's see if you can remember your Russian lesson I taught you.
Oh, geez, go ahead.
So yeah, Dmitri is his first name,
right?
And then he has Pushkin's his last name. And what does Dmitrievich mean?
That means son of Dmitri.
Yes. So okay, he's Dmitri, son of Dmitri.
Pushkin.
Named after the poet.
Pushkin just makes it just sounds really like fluffy and soft, like a big soft pillow. Wasn't there like a toy called a Pushkin?
Yeah, like he's a muffin out of the fridge.
Yeah.
But he's related, I guess, maybe to the famous Russian poet, the Pushkin.
So I'm putting Pushkin toy into Google, and one of the search results is list of Pushkin podcasts.
Yeah,
What
so
in the world?
Pushkin's a famous Russian poet that's like adored in
Oh,
Russia. Like
gotcha.
he's the national poet of Russia.
Well, this is a poetry
And
podcast.
if we ever want to do an alternate fun history story podcast, we can do Pushkin because he was an oddball cat that died in a duel with a French attaché
Ah,
over love for no reason at all.
Pushkin cat plush toys. Now I know what they are.
Okay. And what is Rocket Red's? What are Rocket Red's powers?
Well, he has a big suit of armor, and he's
He-
like Crimson Dynamo, I guess, right? That's about it.
he's the DC version of Crimson Dynamo.
Thank goodness he's on this team.
Yes. Bring him in. He's also comes in on the DC fandom saying he's 6'7".
But that looks about right. They do draw him as being pretty tall in these
That's a
books.
lot of fucking armor to build you. Don't you want to get a smaller guy to run the armor?
Yeah, that's a lot of extra metal, right? But I don't know what he does except fly around in his armors. They don't really get to use a lot of. They don't really like these characters. Don't really do much the first 6 issues or so.
Yeah, because there's so many of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next character we have Metamorpho, the Element Man, Rex Mason.
Yeah, cool character.
Because his powers are, of course, he can do all the stuff too.
Yeah.
He can do whatever an element does.
Yeah, he can turn to gas, which he just turns to a lot of gas in these books.
It tends. So I watched an episode of Young Justice the other day, which is the Teen Titans adult kind of anime.
Okay,
And
yeah.
Metamorpho has an appearance in it, and they're invading or they're sneaking in someplace, and he makes the smell of methane to make 2 guards think each of them farted.
That's a great use of his power.
Yes. So that's what he does, is he turns into gas a lot. But he's pretty much indestructible and can become an element, and a great costume because he's all the colors: orange, purple, and white.
Yeah, he has a very cool design, and he's formerly from the Outsiders. He was in
Correct.
Batman and the Outsiders for a long time. But something happened to him because in this book he doesn't really remember any of his past.
He's got the amnesias, and he forgets he's married.
But none of his old teammates come to help. Like Batman knows who he is. He was on the team with Batman. Like, oh well, whatever.
And then rounding out the superhero characters for these ones that we see is the Flash, but it's the post-crisis Wally West as the main Flash.
Yeah, and this is just recently him becoming the main Flash too, because we're just a couple of years out from Crisis on Infinite Earths on this one.
Yeah.
He's fast, and he wants to get a lady. He's into Power Girl. He's into Wonder Woman.
He's into all the ladies. Europe's the perfect place for him. He is a silver bullet horn dog.
Yeah.
Or I should say red bullet horn dog. But.
Yeah.
And they tease that Wonder Woman's supposed to be on the team repeatedly, but they keep saying she doesn't show. She's not showed up yet. She's not showed up yet.
Yeah, she does come in at one point, and she's on for like a panel, and that's it.
Yeah.
So,
which I think was their running gag is,
yeah,
we can get one big main character, and that's going to be Wonder Woman, but she's not going to show up. She's on the front cover of the first issue,
which is a cool cover, by the way.
What's the repeat of the Justice League International cover?
Yeah, that's why it's cool.
Yeah.
We should do a best cover category too of the issues we've read.
I
want to do like infinite categories here. Crisis of infinite categories.
So many. Because the miniseries, the Marvel West Coast Avengers also had a great one where it had all the people's heads who might be West Coast Avengers.
Yeah.
And almost none of them showed up as West Coast Avengers.
Oh, the tease. I love the tease.
Getting 10-year-old Jeremiah to be like, oh, part of this, look at all these characters that's going to be in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then they lie. They lie.
Yeah, Marvel's a liar. All right, so we got these teams. What's your take?
Well, let's see. So I tried to kind of equate them. So we have a married couple balancing each other, with the Elongated, Mockingbird, Hawkeye. Tigra, the Catwoman, matches the Animal Man, but Animal Man's like all the animals, so he kind of wins there, right?
Yeah.
So I say Hawkeye, Mockingbird, and Wash for the Elongated Man and Sue Digby. even though they're both detectives. And Hawkeye, we know, classically is not a detective. He's even said that repeatedly. That he doesn't
He's
solve
a
anything.
criminal.
He just shoots shit. And then we have Power Girl to Wonder Man, which is a classic matchup.
That would be a cool
And
matchup. Yeah, they're not
Wonder Man
Wonder
tries to
Man,
get
Wonder Woman, but Wonder Woman's not really on that
Wonder
team.
Man may give people boners in his jorts now. Also,
True.
we're in a modern world. We can say that. So
Speak for yourself.
we could say that's a wash across those two characters. Then okay, and then Iron Man, Rocket Red. Iron Man's the original, and Rocket Red's the knockoff. So we got to go Iron Man. But then it just collapses because we get Metamorpho, who can make himself into stones just like the Thing and all the things. And then you
And
just throw the
dark gas like the Shroud.
and you just throw the Flash on top of that to have somebody fast. I gotta go with JLE, just because they have so many more.
Yeah, they have so many more, and they have a great variety of characters here. And I'm curious to read more of them. Except there really aren't many issues on.
There's only
The DC.
17
Yeah,
out of the 60 some odd issue run.
yeah. Yeah, I was surprised by that. There's one we didn't read, issue 11, that has Guy Gardner on the cover, which I really just want to read anyway because Guy Gardner's on the cover. But I'm going to agree with you. I was going to pick JLE just because of the wide variety of characters they have.
So cheers with a good drink
Cheers
of
to the
my
JLE.
fine tasting West Coast IPA here. Or European style IPA, I should say now. It's really good. It's solid, golden, classic IPA taste, not too overpowering. Yeah, it's a solid one. And
Yep.
then for our West Coast Avengers, I almost sip another one of these bad kombuchas.
Yep.
I blame the jorts for this.
Lemon lime.
I blame the jorts. Oh, that's foul.
Not bad.
My beer is
this is a really good beer. I'm enjoying this very much. I'm almost done with one.
You're gonna get a taste of this strange beast. I'm gonna buy you a 12er of them.
It's gonna just arrive on my doorstep.
Yes,
No,
stay in your fridge forever.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay, we roll into the next category here to keep this going, and we're talking all about that base. And we'll do the JLE first since they won the last round. They have the first ever Justice League, or one of the first ever Justice League embassies.
Yeah,
It's like an old
right in the heart
embassy.
in the heart of Paris.
Yeah, Gay Paris JLE embassy. But they don't really talk much about what it can do. They show it has computer.
Mm-hmm.
The security systems suck because like
It
a bunch of
does.
mind controlled Parisians just walk in and start beating up everybody.
Right through the front door.
Yeah.
They're right in the heart of the city, which I guess is a nice place to be, but it's not the most secure place to be.
And nobody stops anybody from coming in.
Yeah.
And the teleport tubes don't work.
Oh, good point. They don't. That's a huge bummer.
And they lose all Animal Man stuff, and so they have to buy them all new stuff.
Yeah, they're really concerned with the cost of buying him new stuff. It's weird.
Yeah. Because his costume is pretty easy. It's a jumpsuit with A on it and a leather jacket.
Yeah, and goggles.
And goggles, yeah. Whereas the Avengers West Coast have the West Coast Avengers compound that was formerly owned by Tony Stark, and they actually have a description of it being a 15-acre estate located on the Pacific coastline south of Los Angeles at 1800 Palos Verdes.
Did you Google that address?
I have not looked at it yet.
I'm going to Google that right now.
I assume it's nice.
Yeah.
It's real nice, Clark.
So they're like on the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, when I Google it, there's
a FedEx.
There's a businessy ad, and it says it's Avengers Compound.
Okay. Well, if you just go with 1800 Palo Verde Avenue in Long Beach, that's a FedEx office print and ship center.
Well, hey, how convenient if they need to ship something to the other Avengers team.
Think of one thing a brand to do. What's FedEx's gimmick again? Tagline.
This is a nice looking house on Palos Verdes. They're not disclosing the price though. Oh, I found it. This is the compound. It has the gate and everything.
Oh, you did?
Well, maybe. It's definitely not 5 acres, though.
15 acres. 15
It's definitely
acres.
not even 5 acres. 15. It's not 15 acres for sure. And it's right like it. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it has the gate. Neat. But that's 421 Via Chico in Palos Verdes.
Palos Verdes Estates. Yeah. Then we're gonna. Yeah. It looks. No. It looks like it could be 15 acres. The one I got going up here.
Yeah.
It's got the Lunada Bay Little League ballpark on it, and the Palos Verdes Intermediate School.
Sweet. See, so they're close to a school.
Yeah, it looks like the campus of the school and the park all got bought out when they turned it into that after the West Coast Avengers left. That's what I'm thinking happened.
$5.8 million.
Yeah.
Is that the one you're looking at?
No, I'm looking at this school.
Well, either way.
It's where the compound was, and it used to go all the way across the road into the ocean.
Nice. And so, what I like about the West Coast compound is you go down in the elevator several levels and you're in their main computer facility. They have a place to hold bad guys where they hold Goliath in the cage for a while. They have meeting rooms down there. They have a pretty comprehensive compound. They have a pool.
And the security system seems to work.
Yeah, they have a beach.
But most importantly, what's the most important thing they have?
Oh,
If
what
Yek had to name the most important thing other than the beach.
you're gonna have give me a hint. Give me a hint. Hint me on this one.
To celebrate their first adventures.
Oh, they have a good grill out there, right? They
Yeah,
barbecue, baby.
Hawkeye's running the grill while wearing his full costume. So he's grilling up steaks with his sticks.
Yep. They know how to party.
West Coast.
But
West
West is the best
Side.
coast. Yeah.
So I think we're
They got a
pretty
lot of
much
stuff there.
yeah, I think we're going to be in agreement on this one. Avengers West Coast when that's right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. They got the beach. I love the beach.
And that's
So
a good sip of the good beer.
yeah. And nothing lasts forever.
And to
It's
taste
going
like
down some more.
stinky Paris, you smelly French.
Oh, the
Oh
hibiscus.
god, yeah,
My
it smells like
hibiscus.
that's got to smell like the Paris Metro in August, right there. It tastes like it.
Lemon lime. It's still not terrible.
Refreshing.
Refreshing. Okay, now each of these teams has a married couple too, which is I think rare for comic books. But on the West Coast side, we
West
have
Side.
West Side. We have Hawkeye and Mockingbird who got married in between the Hawkeye. There you go, flush
That's
that
my
West Coast.
that's my West Coast fingers, and then my E for Europe.
Oh, good job. Good job.
I majored in gang signs.
I can tell. I'm very impressed. Like, are you? I feel like I'm on this show with a gang member. Don't shoot.
I can throw up sets like nobody.
Don't shoot. So Hawkeye and Mockingbird were married sometime in between the West Coast Avengers limited series and the end of the Hawkeye limited series. Right?
Correct. Well, they elope at the end of the Hawkeye series. Like,
Yeah, I didn't know if they showed it on page though.
yeah, they don't. They just show them at the hotel or whatever. No, hot tub.
Oh, that's right. In the heart-shaped hot tub and the Poconos. Don't they go to
Yeah.
the Poconos?
Poconos are Niagara. I think they go to Niagara Falls.
Niagara Falls. That makes sense. And then on the European vacation side, we have Ralph and Sue Dibney. They're married too. They've been married for a long time. He's elongated.
So we know what she likes about him.
Yeah.
But they are also a crime-solving couple that appeared frequently in Detective Comics, solving various crimes.
Oh, in the old days?
Mm-hmm.
Neat.
That's how they got their start.
Yeah, and Hawkeye's a former criminal, Avenger, leader of the Avengers, and Mockingbird is a former S.H.I.E.L.D. agent. If you remember our Comications episode, my summer Comication was to the Savage Land, and we had appearance by Mockingbird before she was Mockingbird down in the Savage Land meeting Kazar early on.
Correct. So
This is
both these
it's a close
couples,
one.
both these couples also go through tragedy, whereas Mockingbird dies, and Sue Dinby gets assaulted
Yeah,
by
has
Dr. Light.
in Identity Crisis has
Yes.
all that stuff happen.
So they've both gone through their trials and tribulations. I don't know which is worse.
Yeah, and
Uh,
Mockingbird had a similar situation to Sue Dibney's in one of these West Coast Avengers issues too. I don't remember which one, but I think it happened with they fought this team of all these guys in white costumes.
the white guys,
Yeah, the white guys.
the Ku Klux, they fought the Ku Klux Klan.
Yeah, I think so.
They are terrible villains. I'll give them that. Of
Yeah.
people I'd like to see being beat up in the
Oh,
Ku Klux Klan.
the Phantom Rider drugged her
Oh,
and
that's right. Yeah.
gaslit her into thinking that she was his wife, according to someone's post on Reddit.
That's right. I
And
remember that.
it says she was assaulted too.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. That happened.
So, wow, interesting. We have interesting parallels here.
When you're in the lesser version of the major superhero team, bad things happen to your wife. That's to up
Yeah,
ratings, I guess.
yeah, that's pretty troubling.
Yes.
Hmm. Now, or either I know Mockingbird's back because she was actually like switched out with a Skrull.
Yes.
And I don't know about Sue Dibney. I think she's around still. I don't know if they've
Yeah, I
retconned
mean, she didn't
because
die.
she turned villain though in Identity Crisis,
Yeah,
but I don't know if they've brought her back around.
they've fixed that all. Oh no, she had a death also. So yeah,
Is
she died.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, that's right. During Identity Crisis, she died because of Stu Dinby's death. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with Hawkeye and Mockingbird on this one. I just have a soft spot for them. I was a huge fan of Hawkeye, and Mockingbird kicks some ass in these West Coast Avengers stories though too.
I'm gonna say wash.
You're gonna say wash? That I could go with a wash too.
Yeah, I'm
They're
gonna go
super
wash
close.
because Hawkeye and Mockingbird can't solve no crimes. Sue and Ralph, he's gonna do his like nose switchy thing, like,
Yeah, but they're not beating people up.
and Sue Dinby's gonna hit on Captain Atom the whole time, whereas Mockingbird doesn't do. Yeah, they
Right.
got the couple things going on.
Right, and they're not shooting or throwing any sticks.
No, they out of the stick business.
Yeah. And now if they had any sticks, we'd be like, oh man, you guys win.
Yeah,
Not even close.
but I say wash. Wash.
I will agree with you on wash. So we gotta
Okay.
have, we still gotta drink both.
Both at once.
You
I'm gonna
got
do this.
double straw.
I'm gonna do
Good
this.
luck. He's doing it, folks.
Oh, no, it's awful, but it's good because the IPA can cut through the fountains of kombucha, hard kombucha.
All right. So in lieu of that, since I just finished Nothing Lasts Forever, I'm going to dump a little bit of the seltzer into the glass and drink it that way.
Okay, fancy.
Get a little swirlies. My pinky out.
Okay, we're down to 2 categories here.
Yes, sir. I got to open my next beer.
We'll let you do that while I break in. The next category is, of course, the man on their back. So both teams got to satisfy some sponsor and overlord for establishing their teams. They're worried about monkeying around with them. For the West Coast Avengers, that's the current chairwoman of the Avengers, Janet Van Dyne. But on the miniseries, it was established by Vision to go out there. And this is back when Vision was computery and taken over by Isaac to try to run the world, and eventually then Janet Van Dyne. And the whole time, Hawkeye throughout these series is worried about how he's going to look to those people. And on the JLE side, we're looking at Max Lord IV, billionaire philanthropist that sponsors all the JLA and JLE and the JLI eventually to be able them to do their superheroines.
Much later, find out he's a villain.
Yes. And then he makes Wonder Woman 1984 with he becomes the Mandalorian.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't see that movie yet.
Yeah. Max Lord's the villain.
Spoilers for this 1.5-year-old film.
Played by the Mandalorian, Pablo, what's his name?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Does great. He's the best part of the movie, actually.
Okay. I will remember that. Well,
they just were more. I think there are some jorts in there. In that movie, so that may be the best part of the movie.
Well, it is in the 80s, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. And so Max Lord, like I said, villain turn. I think he's with Checkmate when he has his villain turn.
Well, he eventually becomes the head of Checkmate.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he had set this up originally to undermine all the superheroes by sponsoring them all. But he had multiple turns because of all the retcons they do in the DC.
Yeah.
So I can't remember which one this is.
Yeah, I didn't read these when he turned eventually because I imagine it
'Cause
just happened whenever Justice League International kind of imploded. That's when he made his turn, I bet.
because prior to this, they had before Justice Crisis and Heard, he like becomes a cyborg and stuff. And then after he gets mind control powers, it's all over the place, wacky.
Yeah, that is kind of wacky. And so the other counterpart, like you said, is the leader of the Avengers at the time.
East Coast.
East Coast Avengers.
Yeah, and so Hawkeye's always trying to stand. This is the part where Hawkeye and Captain Atom could share a beer over it, worrying
Yeah.
about having to look good in front of the other person and coming up with strategies to make their team stand out, and not always asking for help.
And even with Captain Atom, it's Max Lord, and then like sometimes it's the Vision for Hawkeye, sometimes it's Martian Manhunter as well, who I think is the leader of the Justice League on the state
And
side.
and Oberon.
Yeah, who's Oberon again? Remind me of that. Who is that guy again?
If you remember Oberon, he is from New Genesis.
That's what I thought. All right, he's one of those characters. He's a new god, right?
Yeah,
Because he
he
was in
was the
that
guy that
Mr.
helped
Miracle
support.
thing.
Yeah, he helped support Mr. Miracle.
That's right. Now I remember. He looks a lot different in Justice League Europe than he did in the Mr. Miracle comic.
Yes. Yeah, indeed he does.
So I'm going to go with the man on Hawkeye's back, who's a lady, the Wasp.
You're going to go with the Wasp?
I think so, yeah. She's just a better character than Max Lord.
Max Lord, though, sells out everybody. That's a hard man to get off your back.
Well, that is true. Because it doesn't happen in these stories, but...
And it feels like, to me, Max Lord could fire Captain Atom if he wanted. Janet Van Dyne could fire Hawkeye, but she never...
Well, could she, though?
Yeah.
Could she? She could say he's fired, but that wouldn't really do anything, right?
Yeah.
Because they have to go up... Like, she'd have to go up one level and
try
over.
some kombucha to try to get this straight.
All right. Good luck. I hope it works.
Oh, so bad.
All right. So I'm easily swayed, so I will go over to Max Lord with you.
Okay. Oh.
Because he is a villain trying to undermine.
Yeah.
And that's probably why he has Captain Atom there in the first place, because he thinks he'll fail.
Correct. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. All right. So cheers to Max Lord the fourth. We don't want to cheer his great grandfather.
Yeah.
Listeners would be so confused.
And Janet Van Dyne, you're a wasp that can suck on some hard kombucha plant. God, that is just awful.
I think we got for the next category is ladies man. I think we got the wrong ladies man.
Well, this is the hard part. I couldn't identify who we should put in for the ladies man, not the ladies man on these.
I think we should put Wonderman in for the ladies man.
See, he is more the ladies man because he gets the Tigra, but Iron Man is the one that's like, I'm hitting on you. And on the counterpart, JLE, Flashman is the one I'm like, I'm hitting on you. But then Metamorpho is more the ladies man because he actually has a wife.
That's
he
true.
Doesn't know about.
Interesting. So we can do
ladies men maybe is what we should have gone with.
Yeah. Iron Man and Wonder Man versus Flash and Metamorpho.
Yeah. And the Jimmy Rhodes. You could also say the Tony Stark because he's going to hit on.
Yeah, and Tony Stark does a lot of hitting on in the main series once he comes onto the team.
And he is worried about Hank Pym finding out the fact that he was putting the moves on Janet Van Dyne.
Right.
After they broke up. So we got dual ladies men, both going with their different angles, the sexy talk, and just being normal dudes end up with wives. Metamorpho.
Well, Flash wants the ladies, not getting any ladies. Metamorpho
he never gets any.
Has a lady, but doesn't remember he has a lady, and then loses the lady.
Yes.
Because she married some big gorilla guy. And
Yeah, a genetically modified gorilla named Java
yeah,
that her dad made.
of course. And then,
They referred to it as a stable marriage, a stable choice.
oh, jeez. Yeah.
Remember when you married a genetically modified gorilla as the stable choice?
Yeah, that was the most stable time of my life.
That was a good choice.
We're going West Coast here.
Okay.
Wonderman gets the lady. James
What?
Rhodes is just smooth. I mean,
Well, yeah, Wonder Man's so smooth, and because Tigra believes anything he says enough that she trusts him,
yeah.
and even though everybody thought he was an embezzler, it turns out it was his brother that was the embezzler, and Tigra believed.
Mhm. But then, you know the swerve, right?
No.
It turns out his brother wasn't the embezzler. He was the
Oh,
embezzler.
that's right. Yep.
He revealed it on the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All that embezzlements.
Yeah.
But we're still going West Coast because embezzling is the best way to get ladies.
Yeah. I mean, it's proven. That's what you got to do. That's why you embezzle so much.
I will not say anything further based on
Plead,
recommendation of my
plead the
counsel.
fifth. Plead the fifth, baby.
Uh, Matt Murdock has told me not to say anymore. And the final category, we're going to go with costumes. We've alluded to some villains throughout this, and we're going to skip over those villains because that's not as
Vil-
cool as the teams and the
villains.
costumes.
Villains is easy though.
Really?
Yeah, the West Coast Avengers fought so many. Like they fought some heavy hitter villains, and Justice League Europe fought Queen Bee,
Well, no.
who I've never ever heard of.
Oh, you haven't heard of Queen Bee? She's the ruling council of Balaya, and she controls the global guardians. And the global guardians are upset at the JLE because they took away their funding source.
Yeah, that's great storytelling. We can
In the
skip for that
global
spot.
guardians, you have Jack O' Lantern, Owl Woman, the Wild Huntsman, Rising Sun. Give you one guess to guess where Rising Sun's from.
Hmm. He and
give you one.
Sunfire are brothers, right?
Give you one guess where Jack O' Lantern's from.
Top of the morning.
All right, and there's Tuatara. This one, will you get that one right? Tuatara. What country's Tuatara from?
Who is she? I don't remember
He
her. Who?
He's the
Oh, even
fishy
better.
looking guy.
Oh, geez, Atlantis.
No.
Um, New Zealand.
You just looked it
I
up.
googled that. Yeah, it's a lizard in New Zealand. Oh, thank you, Google.
Okay,
He's
so
a
you just want
he's
to
a
go Avengers West Coast outright because they fought Graviton, a new character called the Blank in the miniseries, but also just a bunch of street hoods.
right. You got to fight street hoods.
But the Justice League Europe fought Parisians.
Yeah, they fought street
They
Parisians,
forgot the Parisians. You know how much I would love to beat up Parisians?
but they also fought Ultron 12 and Grim Reaper on the West Coast side, and those are
Yeah,
some
but
higher.
you send me Ultron 12 any day compared to a bunch of angry striking Parisians
Oh,
with their stinky cheeses and their baguettes.
I fought in your general direction.
Yes, I'm telling you.
Oh,
I can wait all the Ultrons against that.
yeah, that's funny. Yeah, you need more than 12 Ultrons.
That's a lot of stinky Parisian. So I'll let you choose though. You're gonna be the official choice on this one.
Yeah, I'll choose the West Coast Avengers,
Okay.
but it's close, I guess. I mean, between Jack O' Lantern and Ultron.
Well, Man Ape and Wild Huntsman, Tuatara, come on.
Yeah, I mean, some of them are a wash, but then Grim Reaper, Gravitron, and Ultron are higher list villains than Queen Bee. What a terrible name. What a terrible name.
What about the Global Guardians? Did they fight Captain Planet also?
They probably did. Captain Planet was the founding member.
And because it is finally a who wore it better, who had the most stylish costumes, walking the catwalk. We are in both high fashion towns of
We
Los
sure are.
Angeles and Paris, France.
So yeah, does Does your vote automatically go to Justice League Europe for Power Girl?
Well, well, my hands are down, but someone's voting for her.
Oh man, are you at
No,
Comic? Are you at Comic-Con?
no, I am not. But no, overall, I'm gonna. I mean, the jorts versus the Power Girl costume. Come on, man, it's a tough choice.
It is a tough choice.
But also, Tigra's costume is just flagrant in all these. They're walking
Mhm.
around in a thong the whole time,
Yeah, that's
bikini,
true.
just because she's a cat.
Yeah, strange, right? It's like young 8-year-old KMac, 7-year-old KMac did not realize that.
Like, if you're a cat person, you can walk around in a thong bikini all the time you want.
Right. That makes sense. I'll allow it.
So I'm gonna narrow it down to best style. So it's gonna come down to the jorts
Mm-hmm.
versus. Well, Sue Dinby goes on a shopping spree also in Paris.
Yeah, but they don't really
They don't show anything of it.
show anything she gets. Yeah.
Now I'm trying to think if anybody else had. Well, they go to Belaya and they dress up in costumes, but
Yeah. Captain Atom doesn't wear any jorts.
he doesn't wear any jorts, which is disappointing.
Yeah.
And he does look like Wonderman when he goes and, looks like his normal person.
That is true.
I gotta go Avengers West Coast because those jorts, man.
Yeah, I mean the jorts, and then like we were talking about before, the Wonderman explorer coat,
Yeah.
red explorer coat, and black turtleneck. That's a good costume, also. And even Tony Stark's, silver and red armor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I gotta.
and the Shroud doing his musical performance.
Yeah. At the, what was the name of the club? The Tin Cat. No, the Cat Jazz Club or something.
Yeah, the Cat Jazz Club. I think that's what it was.
Yep.
Yeah, I would go with West Coast Avengers as well. So I'm gonna have.
Los Angeles is usurping Paris as the fashion capital of the world here in comics universes.
I think so, and honestly, like overall, the West Coast. I mean, not the West Coast, but the JLE had some pretty good costumes. Of course, you have Flash, who has classic costume. Animal Man's costume, I think, is a really cool costume too. It's cool design.
Well, he's an animal man because there's an A on it.
It does have an A on it. I mean, but maybe that's it because Rocket Red just has red armor. Metamorpho is a cool design, but no real costume. He's just naked, which, I mean, just think, it's like all you got to do, you either got to be a cat or an elemental guy, and you don't have to wear any clothes.
And they do bash on him being an elemental and saying, how can he get a lady? But he's the only one that ever got a lady other than Elongated Man. And we all know why Elongated Man got a lady.
Yes, elongated man.
We all know it's who didn't be. It's like, looking
Mm.
at. Oh, so we rounded out here. For leader, we get Hawkeye. For lineup, we get the Justice League Europe. For bases, we get Avengers West Coast. For best married couple, we're going to go wash. Split between Hawkeye and Mockingbird versus Ralph and Sue Dinby. For that man on their back, we're going to go Max Lord of the Justice League Europe. We were close there. We were running into a tie. But then down the back stretch, it all win Avengers West Coast, with Ladies Men being Avengers West Coast, Villains being Avengers West Coast, and finally the fashion sense on who wore it better officially. And a tally of 5-2-1, Avengers West Coast.
Woo! West Coast, baby.
I'm going to take
West
my last
Coast.
sip of this total strange one, singing out the Justice League Europe. Bye-bye, guys.
Yep, pour one out for the JLE.
I put it down my mouth. That was worse. Okay, and then I'll drink a good beer to wash that away. Oh, you're getting so much of this strange beast someday. And so for my good beer rating, it's pretty easy what I'm going to go with, and that's jorts. For that new, which should be that old now. We're bringing back jorts.
Nice.
Just like Wonderman.
That's a good rating. Good easy rating. You gave me a challenge, blackberry, lemon, and vanilla. So I have to think about that now. So let's see. lemon. So I'm going to go with someone who's kind of sour.
Are you going with sour, or are you going with something that just doesn't work, like a car, like it's a lemon?
Oh, interesting. Interesting. Very good point. Very good point. I'm going to go, well, this would have been for lemon anyway. Captain Adam, right?
Sourpuss.
Sourpuss. He's not really working as the leader. Like, I mean, I was really interested in him when I was young and buying these books. And I think the fact that he didn't really do anything is the reason I stopped buying these books.
For a
So
guy that can do everything,
he didn't do anything.
he did nothing.
Yeah. Now,
You rate lemon.
yeah. Now, blackberry. Blackberry.
Well, we got, you got two choices on blackberry.
And blackberry, we're gonna give that a wash between Tigra and Power Girl.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do that. I like that.
The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
Maybe.
You can't determine who has the sweeter juice, Tiger or Power Girl.
Not right now, but I'll read some more and I'll let everyone know.
I will go to many Comic Cons. I don't think I've ever seen a good Tiger cosplay.
I don't think so either.
I will be writing professional cosplayers shortly.
Yeah. I mean, what the heck?
Dear cosplayer, have you seen Tigra? Please recreate.
Yes. Now.
Send photos. Sincerely, Yek. Comics and Cold Ones.
They'll be like, oh man, I gotta get this done.
Blackberry juice.
Yes.
Well, if you've enjoyed this rambling fun of who wore it better, please feel free to write us at cbcopodcast@gmail.com. Hit us up at Twitter at cbco_podcast, or put us on Instagram, just pictures of your favorite blackberries and lemons in the JLE or the Avengers West Coast at comicbooks_cold ones. Rate us 5 on the fashion scale on wherever you downloaded this podcast, and give us more categories and people that you would like us to rate and verse on who wore it better.
And remember, everyone, wear your jorts.
As always, this is KMac signing out.
You are?
Yes.
That's a good beer. And this is Yek. This is Yek, everyone.